Good morning, learners. How are you? I hope you all are doing well. Okay, today we will discuss about the chapter number 9, and the name of the chapter is title is Reproduction in Animals. Right? Okay, let's start the chapter. Okay, do you recall the process of digestion, circulation, respiration, and one more is there that is called excretion. है ना? These are the some physiological processes which takes place in our body, which are very essential for us for the survival of the organism. Then you can also learn about the process of reproduction in the you have already learned process of reproduction in plant. So we all know reproduction is a process by which the produce new organisms are produced. It means an organism give birth to the young one of its own kind. It is also a physiological process like that, the nutrition, respiration, right, digestion, circulation, etc. While the these processes, as I told you, digestion, circulation, respiration, excretion, these are essential for the survival of individual, but reproduction is not essential for the survival. However, without this process, all life form of the life would cease to exist. It means the species will not survive without this process. It is not important for the individual, but it is important for the survival of species, right? Then reproduction is a process which is important for the survival of species. Otherwise, the species will become extinct, right? Okay. Then say you have already learned in your previous class about the reproduction in the plant. Yes. Uh, in this chapter, we will read about the reproduction in animals and especially reproduction in humans. Right. Okay. Then we will discuss about the different mode of reproduction in animals and reproduction in humans. Right. Okay. Let's start mode of reproduction. Then see, have you seen the young ones of the different animals? Try to name some of the young ones by completing the table number 9.1. Okay, let's complete the table 9.1. Now see, this is the table. In this table, name of the animals are given and here you have to write the name of the young ones. Okay, then see, we all know young one of the human is called baby. Young one of the cat is called kitten. Then dog is called puppy. Then butterfly, it may be caterpillar, larva, caterpillar or larva, right? Then hen, the young one of the hen is called chick, and the young one of cow is called calf. Then frog, it is called tadpole, right? Then you have to fill this table and you will note down this table in your notebook also. Okay. Just as in plant, there are two modes by which animal reproduce. It means these are also the same as sexual as well as the asexual mode of reproduction. Okay. Today we will discuss about the sexual reproduction. The mode of the reproduction that involve a male as well as female is called sexual reproduction, right? Both produce special cells which are called the sex cells or also called the gametes, right? They are also called the male gamete or the female gamete respectively. And sorry these gametes are produced inside the special reproductive organs in their body, and in the male it is called the testes and in female it is called the ovary, right? Then male gametes are formed in the testes and female gametes are formed in the ovary, right? Okay. Then in if we are talking about the humans, then in female the male gametes are also called sperms, right? These are called male gametes are called sperms. The human male gamete or the sperm fuses with the female gamete Female gamete is called egg or ovum, right? Male gamete is called sperm. Sorry, and female gamete is called ova or ovum. Ova or ovum, right? Okay. Then these two fuses together. Now you can see male and female, these gametes fuse together and they form the zygote. And this zygote further, zygote is a single celled structure. Male and female gametes, when they fuse, the process is called fertilization. And in this process, zygote is formed. When the division starts in the zygote, then the next stage is called embryo. Then the embryo continue growing and it becomes fetus. And up to 9 months, it is called fetus. Okay. After this gestation period, the baby take birth. This is the whole process of reproduction, right? So there were some new term for you. The first term, it was the as you know, it is a sperm male gamete, then ova, then next was the ovum. Then I told you the next term which was new for you, that is the zygote, right? Sperm and ova fuse together form zygote, and this process is called fertilization. What this process is called? Fertilization, right? Okay. Then life of every sexually reproducing animal begins as a single cell zygote, right? It starts from the single cell zygote. And the zygote undergoes cellular division, which I told you, that develops into the embryo and then the new individual, right? Okay, then come to the next part. In humans, let's find out the reproductive parts in the humans and study the process of the reproduction in them. Okay, let's discuss the male reproductive organ. Male reproductive organ, you can see in the diagram. I can explain you with the help of this diagram. Now the diagram is clear to you, right? The male gametes or sperms, they are produced in a pair of the testes, right? You can see in this diagram, these are the testes. Sperms are formed inside these structure, and then they are carried to the penis through these ducts. These are called sperm ducts, or also called vas deferens, right? To the urethra. Now see, to the urethra, the sperm reaches through the sperm duct. Urethra, this is the middle structure which is present in the testes. And penis is an organ that transfer the sperm into the vagina of female. Then this whole is the male reproductive system or the male reproductive organism. The testes produce millions of the sperms. Millions of the sperms are produced by the testes, which are extremely tiny structures. The structure of the sperm is visible with the help of the microscope only. And I can show you the structure. Now see this. This is a sperm, human sperm. This is a single celled structure. It is divided into the three distinguished part we can see. The first part is called head, and the middle part is called middle piece, and the last part is called tail, right? And for better mobility, these fluids are poured into the sperm duct, and this the some fluids which are secreted by the glands. Glands are also present in the reproductive system. These glands secrete some liquid, and which is also mixed along with the sperm in the sperm duct. And this mixture of fluid containing sperm is called semen, right? What it is called? Semen. Okay. Now see next. What purpose does the tail of the sperm serve. I told you about it because it is a movable structure. It has to reach from the male reproductive system to the female reproductive system. So it needs the tail. It help in the movement of the sperm, right? Okay, now next is a female reproductive organ. Now see female reproductive organ. Now I'm showing you the picture. Now this is clear. The female reproductive system comprises of a pair of the ovaries. These are the ovary. These are approximately in the as shape and size of the almond, right? These ovary are in the lower abdomen, a pair of the oviduct that is also called fallopian tube. This is the oviduct, this one, and also called the what? It is also called the fallopian tube. Fallopian tube, right? Okay. And the middle portion, this one is called uterus. This is pear-shaped structure called the uterus. The ovary produce the female gametes or ova, which are also called eggs, and hormone. This is also a hormonal gland. Same the testes. Testes, these. Now see it again. Testes are also the hormonal gland. They also produce a hormone which is called testosterone. What hormone they produce? They produce a hormone which is called testosterone. This hormone is responsible for the secondary sexual characters, and same in the female also. The ovary, they produce the female hormone which is called the estrogen. That is called estrogen, which is responsible for the growth or for the secondary sexual characters, right? The uterus is an organ where the development of the fetus take place here. Each ovary is connected to the uterus by an oviduct. I told you this is the fallopian tube. You know, this one portion. This I think it is clear to you. And the oviduct provide the way for the egg to travel from the ovaries to uterus, right? And once a female that we can say ठीक है, female reaches up to the puberty, a mature egg is released from either of the ovary into the fallopian tube, and every month one egg is released. The fertilization of an egg also normally occur in the fallopian tube. Often asked to you where the fertilization takes place in the female reproductive system, then the answer will be in the this fallopian tube. Here the fertilization takes place, right? Okay, then the fertilized egg then moves into the uterus here where the development of the fetus takes place, and if the egg is not fertilized, in that case it is discharged out from the body, which is called menstruation, right? Okay, then enough for today. Thanks for watching me.